Hey! Oh my gosh, I'm always so awkward when I first start a video. At least I feel really awkward. Anyways, hey guys, it's me, Foggy Dottie, your friend. I just took a shower, my hair is all wet. I was working today, and before that, I was reading and not doing much else. I slept really, really late. Um, what's been on your mind lately? What have you been thinking about? Do you know what I realized lately? I realized that I think way too much. I overthink things crazily, and it stresses me out. Like, I really try to figure everything out. Like, I try to figure it all out, and I fall short because I feel like you get told so many things. I feel like there's so many theories about what this world is and who is God and and what are we doing here? Like, why are we here? What are we supposed to be doing? And I have all these different ideas about what I'm supposed to be doing, and they're all battling in my head. And sometimes I feel selfish, and then sometimes I'm just unhappy, and then sometimes I'm just confused. And there's all the world is so confusing. It's so confusing. Believing in God is confusing. Believing in Jesus is confusing because this world is very modern and some insane stuff happens in this world and we have all these little trinkets and we have all these things and we have technology and we have the internet and then Jesus Christ is supposed to be real to me. I don't see any remnants of Jesus in this world. And so it's confusing. I feel like far away from him, and it's so contradictory, and it's like Jesus juxtaposed next to this world. It just doesn't make sense. And so I go crazy trying to just piece it all together, trying to put together the things that I know versus all the things that I've been told. And I literally go crazy and I make so many mistakes and I make so many missteps and I overthink all of it. And I think about how, what if I'm doing it all wrong? What if I've been doing everything wrong? What if I believe in all these weird, what if I believe in all the wrong things? And I try to battle it out because the world kind of tells you that if you believe in Jesus and if you believe in God, that that's gonna have to limit your other beliefs, because if you believe in God, then you can't believe in this other stuff because you only have to believe in God. And personally, I just can't believe that. I don't really think that that's true. I don't really think that believing that Jesus was real and that Jesus had a message for the world, I don't think that that means that that's it. I don't really think that that means that other things aren't real or that other things can't be true as well. And just because there's God, first of all, I think that God is not fathomable to all these people who preach about God. I don't think that these people fathom what they're talking about. I feel like God is kind of more of an essence, and God is almost just a word for it. Like, God is just a word for like the good, and like the essence of life and like the center of the universe. I just almost feel like that's what God is, and it's this unfathomable thing. And I don't think that God is necessarily this. I certainly don't think that God is a man. Like, I don't think he's a person. I mean, God could manifest as a person if God wanted to, but it's not really. It's not what we think. I don't think. And I feel like the world tells you that God is with you, and if you believe in God, here's what I don't like about religion. This is something I've always not liked about it. Is the I guess the language that and the rhetoric that makes it sound like you have to submit to God. Like, you have to not have any power. And I don't really think that that's right. Like, I wouldn't have power within me if I wasn't meant to. And I feel like it tells you not to think about things. If you think about something, like you're wrong, because it's not what God has decided. And it's like, I mean, maybe there's more like than what we think and what we think God decided, like what we think God made and what we think God plans and what we think God intended. You really think we know, like do you know what I'm saying? And just this idea that you just have to submit to God's will without even thinking about it, that doesn't make sense to me, and it's never sat right with me. I feel like God is within the fabric of the universe. Like, I feel like the universe and physics are real, and I feel like you know, and so trying to believe in what the world tells me is God has literally driven me so, like, it just has never resonated or like made sense. And whatever, I overthink it. I overthink it all. I overthink so many things. And I guess the more that thinking like gives me anxiety and stresses me out because like I can't figure it out, the more I kind of start to think that maybe it's simpler than that. And also, maybe I don't need to fully understand. And maybe I just won't. Or maybe if I go within, if I close my eyes, and I try to understand this awareness that I have, maybe then it'll just kind of start to make sense to me. Because your consciousness and your awareness is this unkillable thing. You can cut off all your limbs and you're still there. You can take away your name and you're still there. Your awareness is still there. You're dreaming. You're in a dream and you're still there. Your awareness that perceives dreams is the same awareness that sees the things in front of you. Maybe, if I just close my eyes and I go there, maybe I'll realize that God is me. Maybe I'll realize that God is a part of me. This is my morning pages. My second morning pages, because I filled up a journal that I wrote in every morning, like before I did anything else. And mostly I write in it in the morning, but sometimes if I didn't get a chance to write in it, I'll just write later in the day anyway, or I'll write at night, or I've kind of started writing almost like, I guess, manifestations, like in the form of like a poem or in the form of just writing. Like sometimes I do prayer through writing, like I'm delivering a prayer by writing it down instead of thinking it or saying it out loud. Because I guess, you can pray and do spiritual things in the way that resonates with you, and you don't have to do what you're supposed to do. Anyways, here's an entry that I just want to read it. I don't know if I'll talk about it, but I just want to read it. I wrote this like 15 days ago, 18 days ago. In my dream, it was saying, if you believe in it, then it will come true. And I was thinking, does it come true, or can you see that it is true? But it just kept saying that if you see it, then it will be true in your life. I also dreamt of being on a train with people. We were playing games. I was with Hannah on the road. And when we got to this place, a timer went off and a cage closed around me, and it was tied around my legs and waist. I could move around, but I was still attached to the cage. Everyone was playing games around me. I flipped upside down and my hair hung. I like hanging upside down. It's really nice. I kind of want to get some aerial silks and hang them on a tree and hang upside down. I like hanging upside down and my hair falls and you can see the world from a different perspective. It's really fun. In this journal, the other day I also wrote a list of things that I love, and I'm going to read that list to you right now. Milkshakes, dreamlike stories, teeny tiny little bugs, imagining things like flying on a witch's broom, drums, tea, coffee, perfect outfits, sun rays in a window, sun on water, heavy rain, unicorns, names so good I want to use them in a story, purple, big trees, grass, flowers, angels, spontaneity, blackberries, half dreaming, drifting in and out of sleep, when your heart receives a gift, day and night, music and echoey scream singing. That was my little list. Those are some of the things that I've been loving lately. Another thing that I've kind of been thinking about lately, or like I guess learning lately, is that anxiety is so silly and pointless, and like worrying about things that might happen is so silly. And like getting caught up in like anger about like silly things is just so silly. Like, I guess fixating on anger about things that just really don't matter is just so silly, and it's a waste of energy, and I always regret like not like when you're in that moment of anxiety, or worrying about something stupid, or worrying about something that isn't that big of a deal, or like being scared of, or like angry about something that like hasn't even happened yet, or angry about something kind of dumb, and just like angry about something that's kind of annoying. When you're in that moment, when you're feeling those feelings that you don't want to feel, you are presented with an opportunity to break a pattern. That's your opportunity to change things and to decide that things are actually fine. To decide not to care about those things, not to get caught up in those things. If it's something that's not gonna affect you next week, why are you so worried about it? Why are you so worried about it? Think of how small it is and just move on. Think about, I don't know, other things. Breathe. Close your eyes and go in your mind and go somewhere peaceful and watch how quickly you forget about that thing that you were worried about. Or maybe you can just accept it as a thing that it is and just let it be. And it's fine and it's gonna pass and it'll be fine. Even if it's annoying, you don't have to sit there and be annoyed and just waste your energy by feeling those things. Like, if I get caught up in anger, I always regret it. I'm always like, wow, look at how things are actually completely fine. Look at how I could have just responded better to the situation. In those moments, you are presented with a chance to change, presented with a chance to make a change and to change things, and you'll become better for it when you break your pattern of overreacting. You should be careful with your thoughts and feelings and energy. You should be careful with the things that you just keep talking about and keep expressing, because those things come right back to you. You pull in things like a magnet. Even if you don't think it's true, I look back at the things that I manifested and I didn't think that I really was doing anything when I was trying to like manifest things. I was trying to let go of things. I was trying to write down, I let go of this thing now, because I wanted to be rid of it so bad. And when I was writing those things down and being intentional and trying to intentionally let things go and bring new things in, I didn't realize that that is actually what I was doing. You should speak good things. Even if you don't believe them, you should still speak good things, because maybe you don't understand how you can make those become true just by speaking them. And by changing the way that you talk about things and the way that you think about things, and changing the things that you're putting out. When you see angel numbers, like when you see repetitive numbers, especially if you're seeing them a lot, like kind of a crazy amount, I personally believe that that means that your angel is screaming to you to look at something. There's something that you're ignoring and they're trying to get to you. They're trying to make you see something. And you should probably figure out what it means. And I recommend watching a video of someone talking about it, because I feel like they're going to know what they're talking about more than the first thing that comes up when you look it up. So I would watch a video and I would write down the things that resonate most with you for that number. And then in the future, you'll know when you see that number, that's what it means for you. You'll have that page, and that's what you need to be taking away from that. And even if you don't believe in that, it's still always a good message and a good thing to remember. For a couple days, I was seeing the number 111 crazy, like crazy, like to the point where it was ridiculous that I'm seeing this number so many times. Like, it's ridiculous at this point. I was feeling, I guess I was feeling, I don't know, I was having negative thoughts. Like, and I was saying them. Like, I think I was probably complaining about some stuff. I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I was upset about. I was upset because, like, I went outside and I got a bunch of mosquito bites. And so I was, like, feeling really irritated because I didn't feel like I could actually meditate in nature like I wanted to, because I was just distracted by all the mosquito bites that I was getting. And so I was feeling, like, irritated. And then I was feeling like I just wasted my time. And I just got dirt on my shoes and I'm gonna have to clean them. And I was just upset. And I don't know, I was just feeling irritated and negative. And I got this job in New Hampshire. And I was starting to get really scared about it. Like, is this something I really want to do? I'm getting scared. I'm getting scared about going there, like, and actually doing it. And whatever, that's kind of what was going on that day. The first part of my day was very enjoyable, but then all of that started happening, and I was just feeling some kind of way. And I got 111 a cajillion times, probably 111 times. And so I decided to pull out my page of 111. And do you know what it says? It says, notice your thoughts. Are they positive? Do you notice a pattern? You might want to write it down. Where's the lack of positive energy? Be careful with your thoughts, your words, your energy. What you give comes back to you. It's your chance to make a change. The best thing you can do for what you want is to think positive, display gratitude. Time for something new. Try something different. Embark on self-discovery. And it was just exactly what I needed to hear. I was thinking, no wonder you were screaming at me. I'm getting caught up in these stupid things. It doesn't matter. Why am I feeling so irritated? Why am I scared? It's time to do something new. It's time to embark on self-discovery. It's time to grow. It's time to break out of my cage. It's time to change. It's time to make a change. And I have a chance here to make a change. And I'm going to dive into it. And it also says that when you see this number, the universe is screenshotting your thoughts and letting you know, here it comes. That's what's coming to you. So maybe I should, like, shift my thoughts so that I don't keep having anxiety and anger. And so I've had this page open with paperweight for past couple days so that it's a reminder. And yeah. One last thing that I was thinking about is that if you're unhappy, like if you're perpetually unhappy, I feel like that's a sign for something. Like, that's a sign that it's time for you to change. I feel like that's a sign that you've outgrown something and you're staying stuck somewhere. Like, you're being weighed down by something. You feel trapped. Like, if you're consistently unhappy, I feel like it's time to do something differently. I feel like it's time to try to find happiness elsewhere, or at least just try to grow elsewhere. Try to go do something else, or do things in a different way, or explore something else. I just feel like if you're unhappy, that's just a sign that you're somewhere that you don't necessarily belong anymore. Maybe you were happy there once, maybe you used to be, but now maybe things are different. Maybe you're different now, and maybe you don't belong there. Maybe you belong somewhere else, and that's why you're unhappy. Anyways, those are just some things that I've been thinking about, I guess. I've been getting a lot of images in my mind. Um, yeah. And I'm writing a story. I just started writing a story about a unicorn. And honestly, it's really good. And I'm so excited. I think when it's done, I'll probably read it to you and I'll probably share it somehow. So, yeah, that's the video. Thanks so much for listening. Yeah, if you had anything to add to this conversation, definitely go ahead and add it. I'm definitely interested to hear what people have to say in the comments. I have something else I kind of want to talk about, but I feel like that thought, like that understanding of what I want to talk about is still forming. Like I don't think I'm equipped to talk about it yet, but I'll talk about it soon. As soon as I know what the hell I'm talking about with that. Be creative. Channel your inner child. Think about the things that you loved when you were a child, and you as a child was completely right. I want you to know that. You as a child had it all figured out. You weren't worried about all the stupid things, and you weren't worried about kind of what the world was telling you. It didn't matter. Like none of that mattered. All you just had your authentic self. What did you love as a child? What did you want to do? What feelings were you chasing? Like what mattered to you? What did you like to do? I don't know. Like I feel like little you knew had all the answers. I would suggest maybe trying to find that part of yourself again. That was my motivation for writing this unicorn story. My little brother wrote a story about an alien, um, and he gave it to me to read, and it was so inspiring. Honestly, the story was written really well, and I was so interested in it. I don't know if it was just because he's my little brother and I love him so much, and so I wanted to read I would read anything that he wrote, and I would probably think that it was good too. But I was genuinely impressed with the composition of the story. I was like, did you think, like, did you have this all planned out as you were writing it? Because it really seems like you did. It seems like you knew exactly, like, where you were going with the story, and, like, you executed it so well, and, like, you didn't overwrite. You just, you delivered the story, and I knew what was going on the whole time. Like, it made sense. It was concise. And it was about an alien, and it was so silly, and the names were so cute, and like the story was just, it was so good. It was like it was a child's story, and it was so inspiring, and it made me think about how I'm overthinking. I'm overthinking writing. I overthink writing so much. I overthink every sentence, every line. I overthink all the words that I use. It takes me forever to write certain things, particularly stories and chapters, because I'm thinking so much. I'm overthinking about the way that it sounds and the way that it looks and the imagery and the words that I want to use, and I'm making sure that I'm using all the right words for the feeling that I want to portray. And there's a place for that and everything, but I just wanted to write a story that's just, I'm just writing it. I'm not thinking. I'm just writing it. I'm not thinking too much. Maybe a little bit, but it's just free flowing. You know? It's just free flowing, and it's easier than then I'm making it to write something that's fun to read. And so that's why I decided to write a story about a unicorn. And I can't wait to finish it. I'm going to write it right after this. And I'm going to keep reading. I've been reading a lot. I bounce between books sometimes. Sometimes I can read a book really quickly, and then sometimes it loses me somewhere in the middle. So I have to switch to another book and then go back and finish that book. And then sometimes it repeats. When you read as many books as I've been reading, sometimes it's hard to stick to one book. So sometimes I bounce around, and that's kind of what I've been doing. But all the books I've been reading are really good. Really good, and I will definitely talk about them as soon as I finish reading them. I'll talk about I'll make a video about books that I think would be worth the read, or books that stuck with me. I'll make a video about that very soon. And then also at the end of the year, I'm gonna compile a short list of the best books that I read throughout the year. Because at this rate, at the end of the year, I'll probably have read 40 books. Genuinely. Anyways, that's the video. Thank you guys. Thanks. This has been me, and this has been me yapping, and I hope that you loved it so much. I'm sure that you did. I'm sure that you really loved it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know how to end the video, so leave your thoughts down below, and let me know if there's anything else that I should talk about. Have a great everything. I hope everything is great, and speak positive things out loud, okay? Notice the good things, speak positive things out loud, focus on the good, and inevitably things will get better for you. Anyways, take care, be safe, and thank your angel for looking out for you. Bye!